Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I have my iPad here recording the audio, so if you see me pulling it up, that's what it is. I still don't have a new microphone. I didn't bother getting a new one just because I'm planning to buy a camera, which will come with a microphone. So for now, this is our setup. I hope that's okay. This week, I'm discussing what I'm wishing for and giving for Christmas. So I have my list right here in my bullet journal, and I think I'll start off with what I'm wishing for this year. I've broken things down into categories, starting with fashion. This year, I'm actually just asking everyone to pitch in to help me buy a camera for YouTube. So this list is very much hypothetical, things that I would have wished for if I was actually getting gifts this year. First thing I have under the fashion category is classic pointed toe pumps. As you guys know, I've been really into No Girl recently, and one thing I noticed that they do is that they'll always style a lot of their clothes with pointed toe heels. I think it's a really sophisticated and sharp way of styling, and something I've found as I've gotten older is that I'm really into more mature ways of dressing. I think this type of shoe just really elevates an outfit. I think it can be dressed down, it can be dressed up, dressed down with like a pair of jeans, but dressed up with nice trousers or a dress. Ideally, I would love to get a vintage pair. I saw a Prada pair on Poshmark, but they had more of like a rounded toe, and I want something a little bit more pointier. I did see a pair that was really nice on the Real, originally from Gucci, but they were labeled as fair condition, which I'm a bit skeptical about because I know that with vintage shoes, if they're already kind of not in the best condition, it's very likely that they'll just end up falling apart. I did find a pair that I really like from Vagabond, the Like heels. Those are really cute, and they're more of a shorter heel, which actually maybe works in my favor considering that I am not the best at walking in heels. And also the Delft black leather heels from L'Intervalle I think are also super cute. Next in the fashion category, I'm wishing for cute lingerie. I think this is a great gift, obviously not from anybody, but from your friends or your partner. I think it makes a great gift, and personally I love really nice lingerie, but it's not something that I necessarily prioritize getting for myself. Two brands that I really love are Fruity Booty and M&May. Fruity Booty, I believe, are a UK brand, and I found out about them through Susie Lola on YouTube. She's always wearing such beautiful lacy bras in such nice colors and patterns. I think what I love about their pieces is that they really have fun colors. I'm obviously not somebody who wears a ton of color, but I do like the idea of incorporating that in my undergarments and styling them with my outfits. I mentioned in my last video that I'm really into sheer fabrics at the moment, specifically with my Intimissimi tops. And I'm also really into this kind of lighter and brighter navy blue color. And I noticed that they have a bralette in this exact color that I'm obsessed with at the moment, and I think it would just make such a nice pop of color, just a nice piece to play with when you're styling your outfits. And then M&May are actually founded here in Montreal. They're a small business. Their stuff is definitely more girly girl, so some of their pieces are not necessarily something that I would pick out for myself, but I do think that their lingerie is super cute. And they also have really nice pajamas. Specifically, their lingerie is also something that I would love to be gifted. Next up, I have the Tank Air Spill halter top. With this one, I think I'm definitely being influenced because I've seen it all over my TikTok, but I think the one video that really sealed the deal for me was this video I saw Bailey on TikTok post where she was styling this halter top underneath a sweater, and I really loved the way that the halter straps kind of stuck out of the neckline of the sweater. And for me, it was kind of a justification for getting this top because I was like, okay, it's something that you can style in the summertime, but you can also style in the winter. I think it would also look really cute with like a cute bolero or cardigan on top. And of course, everything Tank Air makes, I feel like everyone really does hype up because the quality is really there. I've never owned anything from Tank Air, so I can't really say, I assume it would be really nice quality considering that this top is $220 Canadian. And specifically for this top, I would really love it in the color clay. It's like a gray taupey color. It would look nice with so many of the pieces I already have in my wardrobe. Now I'll move on to my unrealistic fashion wishes. They're all bags. But the first is the Stella McCartney Falabella tote in cream. I saw a used Stella McCartney Falabella tote on Facebook Marketplace for $200 and I didn't get it because I don't know, maybe I thought that I would be able to find something cheaper out there, but to be honest, $200 is very affordable compared to what I've found. Of course, it sold in a couple of hours, but I was pretty upset about it. I wish I got it, but either way, the one that was sold on Marketplace was in the taupe color, but I saw that it also comes in a cream color, which I am obsessed with. First, I don't have a lot of like light colored bags. They're all pretty dark, but I'm really obsessed with the way that this tote looks in a lighter, creamier color, contrasted with a kind of like darker, more grungy chain hardware that it has as a strap. I think the balance is really cool, kind of the masculine and the feminine. It's also a tote bag, so you can fit a lot of stuff in it. You can put your laptop in it, so I think it would also be a very practical bag to use. Next, the Balenciaga City bag in olive. At this moment, everybody and their mom has a city bag. It's a huge trend, but I will say that despite it being a huge trend, I think it's a beautiful bag. And I think it's a bag that will never stop being cool. It's timeless. And I'm not planning to get a city bag anytime soon. I simply don't have the funds. But hypothetically speaking, I always wonder, like, okay, if I were to get a city bag at some point in my life, what color would I get? And I definitely don't think I'd get black, just because also a lot of the city bags have the bronze or gold hardware with the black, which you guys know I'm definitely a silver hardware kind of girl. But I also just would love to have it in a bit of a more fun but still wearable color. And when I saw this olive color, I just knew it was the perfect bag for me. And then the last one is the YSL Mambosa bag with a silver handle. A lot of their metal handles are carved out as well, and they're so beautiful. I think this bag is just stunning, really so beautiful, and I love the shape of it. It's more of a round shape, but still fairly structured. Next up, I'm moving to beauty and skincare, and the first thing I have on my list is delicious smelling body products. I am a sucker for skincare, and I spend a good amount of money on skincare, more so than makeup, I would say. I love the kind of luxurious feeling of lathering your body in oil or cream. It's a form of self-care to me, so I've been really wanting to try the Salt and Stone body washes. I love all of the scents that Salt and Stone comes out with. Their stuff is so good. Specifically, these two are my favorite. I just forget the names. Those two are my favorites. I've tried their perfumes, their deodorants, and their body lotions, but I haven't tried their body washes. And I've heard really good things, and I've heard that it does have a really good lather, which I love. I love when you can use a very little amount of a product and get the most use out of it. As well as the Cyclar body oil and in-shower body oil balm. I am a huge moisturizer type of person. I need to moisturize my entire body before going to bed. Hate the feeling of dry skin. A body oil is always on my list, I feel like. But I'm very intrigued by their in-shower body oil balm because I'm super into the idea of being able to moisturize myself while I'm taking a shower. That sounds like a dream to me, so I definitely want to try that too. And then the next thing I have on my wish list, this is also something that probably has been an influence, but the MAC lip products I've seen everywhere. So many people have been getting them, and I haven't owned anything from MAC since I was like 11. I remember my very first makeup product that my mom bought me, I think it was my 11th or 12th birthday, and she bought me this little loose glitter eyeshadow from MAC. That's the only thing I've ever gotten from them. I would really love to get gifted their lip products just because they do look really nice. Specifically, I'm interested in the lip gloss in Very Go Lightly, the lip pencil in Stone, and the Maximal Sleek Satin lipstick in Film Noir. With the lipstick, I think I saw it first on Sakina. She made this video that went viral where she like did a sheer gloss on her lips and then added the Film Noir on top, and I think it looked so good. And ever since I saw that video, I was like, okay, I need to try that lipstick. And then that's it for beauty and skincare. Next up, I have home and hobbies. The first thing I have is a beaded curtain, preferably wood beads and preferably vintage. I've been really obsessed with the idea of a beaded curtain for a very long time. Right now in my current apartment, I don't really have a place for it, but I am planning to move out this summer, and I'm hoping in my new place I'll be able to finally have a beaded curtain somewhere. It would just add a lot of warmth to a space, especially considering that a lot of rental housing units here are very white. All the walls are white, the doors are white. A nice warm beaded curtain would be a nice addition to a space, and I think it would look really beautiful if, say, there was a window nearby and there could be some light kind of going through the curtain and the shadow of the beads on a wall or something. I think it would look really nice. And the next thing I have are dishes to put things in. I have a lot of jewelry pieces and knickknacks, and I find that I never have enough little plates to put them in. But specifically, I would love a vintage silver tray. I love the way these look on wooden furniture, and I think they're a really fun way to display your products, whether it be perfume or cool sunglasses that you want to put on display, little jewelry pieces or trinkets or a crystal. I just think it's a nice way of dressing up a wooden surface. And lastly, I have crafting supplies. I really love creating, but I do find that a lot of the things that I've creating recently are obviously digital. I love making YouTube videos and my TikTok videos, but I would love to find a balance between my digital creations and physical creations. And I think having more options to play with in terms of supplies would motivate me to actually do it more often. So that's it for my wish list. Now I'm going to move on to my gifting ideas this year. The first thing I have kind of goes hand in hand with the dishes to put things in that I would love to get, but it's cool room decor or like small knickknacks for somebody's room. My friend Elise, one year I had her for Secret Santa, and on her wish list she put just cute knickknacks, cute thrifted or secondhand knickknacks. And I think that it does make a really nice gift, because it's something that maybe someone doesn't really think about getting for themselves, but I do think that it's fun to get somebody something that reminds you of them. What I got her was a little candle holder in the shape of a daisy, because I knew that she really likes candles, and flower just reminded me of her. I have plenty of knickknacks that other people have gotten me throughout the years in my room. It feels just very comforting to have those things with me in my space. The next thing I have is a bathrobe. I think this is a perfect gift, especially for this time of year, since it's really cold out and people are staying home a bit more than they do in the summer. Specifically, the Brook linen ones are really, really nice. I love the stripes. I think it's a timeless print. If you're not sure what someone would like in terms of like a print, I think this one would be a good one, or a safe one, because it's just very classic, but still not just a plain bathrobe. They also just seem like they're really nice quality and really cozy. The next thing I have is something to help them start their new hobby, or a hobby they've been meaning to try. This is also a good one considering that it's the new year and people have resolutions, so they want to pick up new things or pick up things they said they were going to pick up but never did. Getting them things to help them start that would be just an amazing gift. For example, say they would want to pick up knitting. I think it would be really cool if you got them a pair of knitting needles, some yarn, and maybe a pattern that they could start knitting right away. Or if they want to start Pilates, you could get them Pilates socks and some shorts and a sports bra, just to help them, book that first class. It's also just nice to encourage them to do something for themselves. And next up, I have an embroidered item. This idea actually came from my friend Sasha, who got her boyfriend a pair of jeans and had the back pocket embroidered with his initials. I find this is such a great idea, not just for jeans, but literally anything. Hats, a pouch, a sweater. You can really embroider so many things, and I just think it's a nice personal touch. Next, I have a customized traveler's journal. This is another thing that has been all over my For You page, but I think it would make a great gift. I love the idea of somebody going through or I don't know how this sounds, but I love the idea of somebody doing something more labor intensive just to give you a gift, like something that someone made with their own hands for you. And again, since it's the new year and people are picking up new hobbies, new habits, having a brand new journal to start the new year, I think is a great gift. You can also personalize it. I've seen people kind of use the studs to make their initials on the cover of the journal. And then lastly, this is more of like a creative, more sentimental gift idea. But I do think that if you're creative, whether it's writing or painting, drawing, I think it would be really sweet to make them something. For example, a short story or like a journal entry of your favorite memory with them, or your first memory with them, or a visual representation of your relationship with them. I really think about this because my roommate made her boyfriend this kind of drawing of a map of his neighborhood or his grandma's neighborhood, and I just think it's so sweet. I'm also thinking about one of my favorite gifts I've ever received. It was a poem my grandpa wrote for me when I was 16. It's literally one of the best gifts I've ever received. That is everything I'm wishing for and gifting this holiday season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you're wishing for the holidays, or if you have a gift that you're very excited to give. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week. Bye.